What's up, you guys? It's been a while. Today I am gonna be doing a Q1 debt update, right? Q1? Yeah. Q1 debt update. So these are gonna be my balances as of the beginning of March 2024. So I started beginning of January 2024. And yeah, I'm really sorry that I haven't been able to make any videos. I really wanted to do some cash stuffings, but I honestly have not had any cash to stuff, y'all. Like, I have not had any extra money. It has been a really crazy couple of months, and I'll kind of go into that as I'm going through my debt. But yeah, I'm back, and I'm not sure when my next video will be, but I definitely wanted to pop in, say what's up. I'm still here. I'm still paying off debt. I just haven't been able to stuff any cash lately. I've been slowly like chipping away on like my savings and stuff like that. Still been going on with that. And you'll see I've been trying to pay off debt where I can, but just so much has come up in the past couple of months, and it's just been a constant battle of trying to pay off debt, trying to save, and trying not to go into more debt. So I am just gonna jump right into it. I started by listing all of my debt that you saw in my original debt confession video. I just put the interest rate over here and then the previous balance, and then I'll come down here and do the current balance, and then we'll kind of look at the end and see how much we've paid off in total this year. So let's jump in. The first debt that I had was a Discover credit card with a balance of $851.06. And I am happy to say that the balance on this one is now $0. I was able to pay that one off. The next one is my personal loan. This was used to help pay for my wedding, and the balance on that one was $1,539, and I also paid that one off, so that's exciting. The next one, I'm already out of breath, guys. Whew. The next one is my Care credit card. So my balance on my Care credit card is $0. I paid that off, but within the past it started on January 16th. My puppy had to go in for surgery. It was for a growth deformity on his front legs, and he had that surgery, and then complications from the incision caused him to need another surgery in February. And between those two surgeries, follow-up appointments, prescription medications, he was on tons of medications, and just all of that, emergency surgery, I don't know if I already said that, just the ER visits in themselves. My Care credit balance during the past, I had paid this off entirely, and then throughout the past 3 months, my Care credit balance was over $12,000. Thank God that I had just had a hunch and decided one day to get this puppy pet insurance, because I was reimbursed for probably like 80% of that, and I was able to put that straight towards my Care credit to get that paid down. And then thankfully I was able to pay off the rest that I was responsible for. So that is at $0, but it wasn't without a lot of work. I almost just said a really bad word. It wasn't without a lot of work that I was able to keep this balance at $0. And I'm honestly I cannot believe how I did that. It was so stressful. And that clearly kind of put a wrench in the rest of my plans as far as saving and you know, paying off more debt than I did. So I'm still happy with our progress considering everything that's happened, but it's just hard not to feel like it could be a lot more if things hadn't happened the way that they did. But we're just gonna move forward. There's nothing that I should be upset about. I still made pretty good progress, and I know going forward things are looking better, and hopefully we have an easier second quarter of this year. So moving on from the care credit, the next one is my balance transfer card. So this is another Discover account, but I opened it specifically for the purpose of doing balance transfers to clear up other debts with 0% interest. Other debts with higher interest to get 0% interest on them. So this card is interest free for about another year. The previous balance was $7,652.29, and the new balance is $5,489.21. So pretty good progress on that one, I would say. The next one is my husband's car. So we have two vehicle payments. So the first one is my husband's car, and the second one is going to be my truck. In my last video, I had mentioned that we were planning on getting rid of this car, and sorry if you can hear my dog whining, getting rid of this car and then keeping this truck because of the fact that we were actually upside down on this loan. So selling this wouldn't help us. I mean, it would help us in the sense of this amount would go down a lot, but we would still probably owe like thousands of dollars on this truck, and then we wouldn't have the truck, and we need the truck. So we're actually in the process of switching vehicles. So he is going to drive this, and it'll become his work truck, and I'm going to probably drive this car or our extra vehicle, which is just like a really old truck that it was my first car. It was my first car. So my brother and I have been working on fixing it up and making it nicer so that we do have a spare vehicle. Obviously, that third vehicle isn't super expensive for our insurance, and it also is completely paid off. So that is what we're kind of thinking right now. That's kind of a new development in the plan. So we'll see if we change our mind or not. I'm sure you will know by the next update if any of that has changed, but especially considering that we're able to make pretty good principal payments on this because the payment is very low due to us refinancing a couple years ago. So we're able to make good progress on this one. So with that being said, the balance on that one was $5,469.32, and that is now, where are we at here? $4,793.21. So pretty good progress on that. Most of the payment that I make on this car every month does go towards principal. It was like confusing for a second because when I make a payment, it doesn't give me an option to put it directly towards principal, and I was like, what the heck's going on? Like, how do I do this? No one taught me this. But when I went back and looked at the statements, I could see that most of my payments are going towards principal. So I assume that anything over the amount that's due will just automatically be sent to the principal balance. So that's that one. The truck, obviously a higher interest rate, horrible situation altogether. This truck is like probably the one thing I regret, but like I said in my last video, it just goes to show how your mental health can really affect your decision making and get you in bad financial situations, which we have to live and learn. I will never make a mistake like this again. But yeah, I bought a truck that was worth a lot less than I paid for it. So yeah, don't be me, you guys. Do better. Do more research. But all we can do is move forward from that. So the balance on this when we started was $24,644.56. And now it is 22,000. Where am I? $22,721.30. So that's cool. That's a pretty good progress, I would say. The last debt that we have is my house, which no mistakes were made on this, babe, because my interest rate is 3.75%. Really, it does not get too much better than that. And I only owe, or when I made my first debt confession, I owed $58,232.72. And the current balance on my house is $57,181.67. So it's always like, how do I pay so much? And then it's like no difference, but it's because I can not afford to make much more than the payment on my house at this point because I have all of this shit. So I'm looking forward to a day where I can make a lot more principal payments to my mortgage payment and get this paid off and maybe one day be completely debt free. That would be sick. But, or I mean, you know, whatever it may be. We'll see. I love my house and I don't plan on moving anytime soon, but you just never know what the next 5 years or 10 years could, you know, have in store for us. So with all of that being said, I was able to pay off my top 3 debts. And if you weren't here for my last video, I basically listed these in the order of which I wanted to pay them off. And that's still true. I'm still kind of going in that order. The car will honestly probably end up being paid off before this. It's gonna be iffy. These might get paid off around the same time, just depending on what I have to throw towards it. So that is exciting for sure. So back to this, sorry. The total that I currently owe is now down to $90,100. I feel like I'm saying that wrong for some reason. $90,185. Am I saying that wrong? No, that's right. And 39 cents. $90,185. Yeah, that's right. That was like such a dumb moment. Okay. All right. So that's pretty good. From $99,000, almost $100,000. That number really hurt when I saw that at the beginning of the year. I was like, what the hell did I do? And $90,000 doesn't feel that much better, I'm going to be completely honest. But what does feel better is the fact that in these first 3 months of the year, we have been able to pay off $8,839.87. So that is a number to be proud of, in my opinion, and I am proud of it. And I just look forward to the months to come to see how much more I can do. I will say I'm sure that future updates will not have this much of an increase. I threw all of my money to it. I threw quite a bit of my savings to my debt. I threw all of my tax money, any Christmas money, birthday money, all of that went to debt. And pretty much any kind of side money that I make, sometimes I can work for cash at my job on the weekends. and I will throw that money towards it as well. With summer coming, I'm not sure how much opportunity I'm gonna have to make extra cash, and obviously tax time is over. That's done and gone, and so is Christmas with things like Christmas bonuses and whatnot. So that is a big reason why I was able to make such a dent in this. But having these 3 gone feels so good, and it makes it feel so much more manageable to just be able to focus on the next few down. And I am sure that I'll still be happy with my progress when I check in next time. And yeah, I've really loved reading everybody's comments on my first debt confession. Well, technically my second debt confession, my most recent debt confession. It's been really encouraging to see everybody's comments and hear what everyone has to say. And yeah, I really appreciate any advice and encouragement that you guys give me. So that is it for now. Like I said, I honestly don't know when I'll be back with another video. I wish I could say I'll see you next week with the cash stuffing, but I just know that's not realistic for me right now. I just have too much other stuff that my money is going to. So probably not another cash stuffing for a while, but when I do have money to stuff, you guys will be the first to know. I will absolutely make a video the next time I'm able to stuff some money. A little update on my 100 envelope challenge. I have been able to fill all of these, so that is a good start. I'm trying to, when I can, fill a couple of these bigger ones, so we'll see. We'll see when I'm able to finish this. But yeah, so that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. It means so much that everyone is here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.